turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
LaVisca Chenault, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, let's get them holes.
From the gun, Winston. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. 6 man.
Again, it's Winston. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's now 3rd down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
3rd and long for Winston. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there.
Flip, flip, flip.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't know about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
56, Mike 56, right there, 56. I got it.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Miles Jack. It's a gain of 2 yards.
A 3rd field goal in the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The score, Dolphins 9, Jaguars nothing.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his legs.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more.
And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed as 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
9-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Ready? 125. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the punt.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. His pass caught at the 4. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now a signal and a timeout call.
Short of the goal line.
As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
You ain't going nowhere. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Throwing, Winston toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Dalton Schultz. Incomplete. Brings up third and
the Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on third and goal? Final play of the half here. Winston looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Then, more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in Indy, where it'll be the Colts taking on the New York Jets. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas...
And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. For Jameis Winston, boy, an NFL record 7 pick sixes thrown last year, part of his 30 interception season. And he throws another wayward ball here that's returned the distance. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
47 Mike, 47.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, you stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Complete to
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
incomplete.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Come to my work. Check three, check on. Sunday.
Henderson will try to run for the first. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Brought down back at
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Check hot route. Hot. Check. Hey. Check. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. He's checking. Crack.
They'll look to run with Henderson. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Watch twins. Jump, flip.
Again, it's Henderson. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the edge. Kill. Even. Check. And even.
They'll try and run. Henderson. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Darrell Henderson his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. First down throw for Fitzpatrick. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. Past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the pass. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late. Getting there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
56 is Mike. 56. Check 56.
Fitzpatrick again. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Up 2nd and 2 at the Jaguars' 7-yard line.
Fitzpatrick will give to Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown,
Matt Breida, his 2nd second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Winston now to throw on first down.
He'll get this underneath to Henderson.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the 30-yard line.
That is incomplete.
Winston's pass.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They go play action. Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Winston on fourth down.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one ever.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, the team with the ball.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, mighty.
Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out come the Dolphins to take over, and it's Ryan Fitzpatrick in his 16th NFL season now leading the way.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 15 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short. They go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And when you scouted my tape, you see the big wind-up delivery. But one other thing I noticed, when it's time to turn it loose, to let that ball go, he gets out of his hands quickly at that point and gets from A to B, B being the receiver, with some dispatch.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
41-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive, and a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Complete.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Now Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 6-yard line.
They toss left to Howard. Fighting through. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Complete to Preston Williams.
Preston Williams, his first touch. Down here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Kick is good.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out. Maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Breida takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Dolphins.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Caleb Chason
Able to run it down for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the game. And it'll bring up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Jaguars nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick, and that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. Gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt, where the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
The Jaguars back with it on offense.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30.
Matt Breida, the offense, heading back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. This is Breida. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A Miami 1st down and a 14-yard pickup.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fitzpatrick gets this to Parker. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Complete to Devontae.
Nice snag by Devontae Parker. While it took him 5 years in the league to have his first 1,000-yard season, he broke out in a big way. The former first-round pick had career highs across the board in 2000.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Does his old brain remember? When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it... And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he'll be stopped short of the marker, but they'll keep possession here. Remember, it was only second down, so now it's third. No words at all for that one. Just a ridiculous play to be frank, but they keep possession as now it's third down. And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there.
Delay of game, offense.
Are you serious?
And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down.
Well, this is a new concept. It's third down, but they've got the punt unit on. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And that'll be incomplete, but remember, crazy situation here you don't see often. Not fourth down yet, so they will keep possession. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They run with Breida. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end.
Fitzpatrick's pass. Complete to...
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
And now out come the Jags. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Run for the first time with Dividus Igbo. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
That right there, a good sign for a team. that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Laviska should... the rookie, his intended target.
But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready? 125. Let's go. Let's convert.
To throw, Winston. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Winston. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
And likely time for one more final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Check 52's the line. Check 52's the line. I know he ain't got it. Check 20. Wait.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. And we will skip the highlights. So this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
And 5.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Winston's pass.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
56 to Mike. Oh, here we go.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Near midfield at the 49. Caleb Chason, his 2nd sack of the night. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with?
And 15.
Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Henry Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throw complete, Fitzpatrick to Parker. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Albert Wilson.
From 10 yards out, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
For the extra
Sanders on for the extra point.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Colin Johnson there, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up. Show it and even. Bang, 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 bang.
From the gun, Winston. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
It's been a tough... all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
36, 36. Back, back, back.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. Escaping the pressure right.
And he locates LaVisca Chenault, the rookie from Colorado.
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
So don't say nothing. 47's the mic. 47.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Catch made, right side by Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Wilson.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
47's the mic.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Breida. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Breida, the Dolphins.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
And it's 3rd, operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick. And it's caught. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Complete to Mike Gesicki.
The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone is not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete.
Drew Sample, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Winston. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The 26-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and then leads to the first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
56 is the Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. 56, Mike.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal. Out of the shotgun. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Let's get off the field, D.
On third and goal, Howard. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sanders' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies
Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain day.
Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins set to go now, and their veteran quarterback leading him onto the field. He's played a lot of places, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Jared
A
Wilson.
check on Breida's numbers from last week. 15 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
To Mike Gesicki. It's a gain of 6.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that out.
He's going to go, Albert Wilson. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Albert Wilson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted.
The kick is good.
Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Big, highly competitive pocket passer, can scan the field to make every throw that you're looking for. Also one of those players that people love to have on the squad in terms of leadership. As he goes, his team will follow.
Winston now to throw on first down. He finds his target in Schultz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Now Winston. This one hauled in by Sample. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Winston able to complete this to Chenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have real extra depth in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
To throw is Winston. This is Chenault on the receiving end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Winston. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
Brandon, the bat. The game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
The Dolphin ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 30.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Breida, the ball carrier.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Breida, the Dolphin ball carrier.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have on production means they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Going right side here, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
First
When
down.
I see Mike Gesicki make a catch, I'm reminded of his athletic ability and go back to the time we were leading up to the draft and showing his career highlights, including high school volleyball, where it appeared he was almost jumping over the net. I expect him to continue to grow in 2020, start to make progress in 2019. 5 touchdown catches and 570 total yards.
Second and
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Now again to Breida. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made by
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. A second broken tackle. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Complete to
From 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
And it's good to make it 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Here's Winston.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Come on, now.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Hey, let's get some verses. Check 15, check 15. Switch. Check nickel.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that one will fall incomplete.
Winston's pass.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20
Play fake, Winston. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So we have come to halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's Winston. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball hands. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10.
Jameis now on first down. Connection made with Chenault. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
18-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll try and run for it, 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The ball carrier.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
How many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket? It doesn't matter where they go.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Laviska Shenault with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. Perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He's got Wilson, middle of the field.
Fitzpatrick's pass.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Fitzpatrick a give to Breida, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Tackle made at the
big play. There for the Dolphins.
A gain of
43 yards.
1st down, Dolphins.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Made the tackle.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
At the 2-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Fitzpatrick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight.
Talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kyle Van Noy. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on 1st down, Winston. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 3rd and long for Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he's going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, Winston. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Offense. Dang, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here.
So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled out a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to
Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
I don't know what the heck he was looking at.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
That's complete right around the 8.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Complete to Mike Gesicki.
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Dolphins. Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
4th down, Winston. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They go with Howard again. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Makes the score Dolphins 31.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost, it was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. He fires his target. It's Schultz. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The 1st down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target.
But it'll be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's getting it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At the Dolphins' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, second and goal. To the air again with Winston. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. LaVisca Chenault with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Dolphins 31.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Dolphins, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.